Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Dumpster Diaries. As always, I am your host, Justin Allen.
And I am Moses Wartooth.
And today's episode, we're going to try to keep it a little more comical. So I wanted to start off with a little bit of a hellfire shitstorm that's happening in some local politics.
Always good to hear.
Yeah.
What you got?
Have you heard about this man called Ryan Weber?
No.
Well, he's like a city councilman. And he, generic, like cis, white guy, like about as white as you can imagine, right?
Straight up vanilla.
Straight up. He's trolling the left. And he has now come out and identified as a trans woman of color. And is demanding the same respect that they are demanding as well. I don't know. We do have a clip, ladies and gentlemen, and this is pretty funny. They do a good job of explaining this. So let's check that out, man.
Moving on to made as a Delaware County councilman is coming out as transgender and a woman of color. Delaware County Councilman Ryan Webb announced that he now identifies as an Indian American woman. Since that announcement, he's received some support, but a lot of backlash.
Some support.
Childish, despicable, even calling for things like execution. In a statement Webb gave to ITMate, he says, quote, "It is unfortunate that I cannot simply be given the same space and respect to explore my identity that so many of those targeting me demand for themselves. It's possible I may change my mind down the road. The process of identity exploration is complex, and oftentimes at the end of our personal journey, we end right back where we started." Webb goes on to tell ITMate that this is just his true, authentic self.
I like how it just he ends his statement with essentially saying that in the end of this, I'm gonna be a straight white man again.
He's like, just let me win and I'll go back to normal.
I'm gonna be a cisgender.
But until then, let that poor man be a woman of color with a dick.
That's the ultimate troll though, right? Because that's using, I'm not really trashing the community by any means, but I mean, I'm talking about the extreme.
I mean, if you want to talk about inclusivity, you better include that motherfucker.
Yeah. You can't deny that. I mean, fundamentally.
That's his right. I mean, if they want equal rights, that's fucking equal. They got to let that man, woman of color do what he wants to do, or she, or whatever the hell he wants to be for the time being.
We've actually talked about it before on the show, where that's how you know you value a right. Is
if you can just accept it no matter what.
Yeah, for example, most people seem today they value freedom of speech only when it's speech that they agree with.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But how you know you really value a right or a belief is if you support that even for people you don't like.
Or you're just fucking mature enough to accept it and not bitch about it.
True. Just crying about
there's
it.
plenty of shit that I don't like, but I also don't give a fuck enough about it to complain to anyone's face about it because it doesn't affect me. As long as it doesn't affect me, I don't care. People can do whatever the fuck they want to.
I do like his post though. It was the most politically correct.
It really was. I mean, they can't hem that motherfucker up for nothing. For all, I mean, he could go to court and be like, "This is how I feel," and they could not do shit to that guy. But did you hear that woman? She said that people were talking about executing him.
I know, man.
Guaranteed that's the left.
Sure, 100%, dude. Those guys, I mean, they're always shitting on
I'll be like, how are you going to kill one of your own? That's terrible.
It's probably those Antifa fucks. Are those guys still around? Is that still a fucking thing?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they're probably fucking around in some alleys or something, but
yeah, for a while there, man, they were all over the news.
Yeah, Antifa makes that reminds me of the Obama days.
Yeah,
I guess
where it started springing up. Honestly,
probably.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like Antifa makes January 6th look like a trip to Disney World.
Oh yeah,
because I mean, they were spread out across the entire country. It wasn't just an isolated event, So.
Yeah. But yet the January 6th people still incarcerated on total bullshit.
Yeah. What do you mean, guys just can't hang out anymore?
Yeah.
Oh man, there's that was such a wild thing watching that because I watched it live on the news and I didn't believe it at first. I was like, what the fuck? Because it's typically not the right, and I know there's a lot of conspiracy theories about actors and then
that dude with the fucking bullhorns and tattoos.
Apparently he was an actor, right?
Yeah, he was an actor.
Because
I saw his goddamn Facebook page.
Yeah,
after the fact,
dug it up, man, and he was far left.
Yeah, he was a far left motherfucker.
Yeah, but Yeah, there's all kinds of weird shit allegedly, man. Like, wasn't it like security guards and like feds were like telling people to go in?
Yeah, they let them in. I mean, who like? Do you think it's really that easy to get into the motherfucking White House? If it is, why isn't the president?
Capitol.
Or yeah. Like, why isn't the president dead? Or like, why isn't some leader already dead? Like, if it was that goddamn easy,
Yeah. And
judges
then,
could have been assassinated. Like,
I like how Alex Jones is out there with like a bullhorn, like, don't believe him. They want you to go in. Don't. Like, he was trying
he
to
was
talk people
right.
out of
He
it.
was
He's
right.
Like, don't fall for this fucking trap, dude. And then like, I mean, he's got some crazy shit. I know he's got his issues, and like, I'll be honest, like, I mean, he clearly like. He crossed some lines with the Sandy Hook shit.
Oh yeah, he's fucking radical. But to be, I mean, I don't know.
He's not wrong. Like 9 out of 10 times, he's right,
Yeah,
and he's been like proven time and time again to have some truth into what he's saying. You know?
that's why he has the right to just go on those crazy rants.
Yeah. I do. My favorite rant from him of all time, and ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen this, you need to YouTube the Pierce Morgan interview with Alex Jones on gun rights. I think I showed it to you.
Yeah, that shit is funny.
It is the funniest shit you could ever imagine seeing on live television, right? And it's apparently Piers Morgan and Alex Jones, like, they hate each other. Okay? And so they had like one interview that went really bad. Apparently Piers Morgan got shit on because he was like talking over Alex Jones allegedly, and like people were just pissed off about the interview.
Although it would be pretty hard to talk over Alex Jones.
Oh yeah, when you watch this video I'm talking about,
You're gonna be like, no fucking way.
for like 30 minutes straight, Alex Jones does not stop talking. And he starts throwing out conspiracy theory. He's like screaming at like Piers Morgan. Like,
Oh yeah.
he's like telling him, like about all these facts about like, gun violence. And
Yeah,
stuff.
and he's like able to rattle off actual statistics and shit. Like,
came
it's
with
actually pretty entertaining.
He came with a pamphlet like printouts.
He did.
And then he starts taunting like Piers Morgan and stuff. Like at one point, remember when he literally was mocking his accent
Yeah.
for like 3 or 4 minutes.
I think he ended the show like he was still talking like him.
But I like how he got so angry, and he was like, because Piers Morgan like wants gun control, right?
Yeah.
And if you're logical, you can see both sides of the argument, right? And but Alex Jones is totally against that, like any form of gun control. And he was like, I don't want to say threatening Piers Morgan, but he was saying, if you try what your ancestors did, 1776 will commence again.
Yeah.
And he's like red faced.
Then he starts just yelling it at him like
Dude, my favorite part is like when they cut to commercials, like the cameras are panning out like they do on like major news, right?
Yeah.
And like he's still screaming and ranting. Like he doesn't stop until they just cut the camera off and go to like a commercial break or whatever. I don't know. Is he a genius or a madman? I don't know.
Little of both.
Yeah.
It takes both.
Yeah. I mean, they the internet kind of clipped his nuts, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, they took him off Facebook. I mean, everything, YouTube, all that shit.
I wonder if Elon has reinstated his Twitter.
No.
No? Damn.
If I remember right,
He was like,
he was,
Trump's cool, Alex Jones too far.
it was one of those things. It came back to that Sandy Hook shit, if I remember right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and essentially, like, I can't remember exactly what Musk put out, but pretty much like he wasn't going to condone like hate speech or like violence or anything like that, and which is like Alex Jones just goes way over the top.
Did you ever read into those conspiracies about Sandy Hook?
I saw some shit that was interesting. I mean,
Some of it was kind of made you wonder.
yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, whoever, whether it's like propaganda or whatever.
yeah.
Whoever, let's say it all was like propaganda, right? But well, like say Sandy Hook actually
Like
happened,
it did
say it was
happen.
real.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. And then all these conspiracy theories and then the movie, they made a movie about it.
Mm,
Let's say those are all bullshit. The production quality of that shit was at a professional level.
it was,
For
for sure. I mean, it looked legit as fuck.
Yeah.
And they made some very compelling points. It's just, are they actually valid? Like, I don't know.
That's what makes conspiracy theories so much fun is like they're so believable, even when you know they're bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, oh, fuck. But there are a few that are like pretty, they'll make you stop and think, right?
I mean, a lot of the government shit is
Yeah.
like kind of like, it could be, I don't know. I think a lot of that could be true. But
I'm also a firm believer there's no smoke without a fire.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, there's got to be something, which there definitely is. I don't know.
The biggest thing that gets me is like, the DOD like has never, like the Pentagon essentially has never passed a private audit.
Oh, yeah.
And they've had what, like 2 or 3 of them? But like,
They've had more than that.
well, their first one, I think it was their first one, it was like 2001, right? And they couldn't account for like over $2 trillion. Like
they were like,
we don't know where it's at.
Slipped out of our hands. Dude, I'm telling you, that's the goddamn Middle East money.
They said that, and then the next day 9/11 happened. So
they were like, oh shit, we need a distraction.
Yeah, dude. I don't want to get too far. I know we've been saying this for several episodes, folks, but like we have a good episode.
It's coming.
Over conspiracy theories entirely. It's an entire episode over it.
You guys just fucking wait.
Yeah, we normally don't have like any scripts or anything. Like we'll have like a talking point or two or something we jot down, but like we really don't script our show at all. Like it's literally all off the top of our head. But this one, we're going to do a little script.
We're going to do a little planning, do a little research, get our facts straight.
Get the facts straight. I have the documents in my hand. Yeah. The government is swarming the building. I wish I could talk to English, you know what I'm saying? You got to watch that clip. He's like freaking out or whatever. I'll get on it. Would you go on a show?
Absolutely.
I 100%.
Dude, I would just like to listen to the motherfucker yell too. Like, I'd be cool with that.
I would intentionally say shit to piss him off.
Be like, so, I have some guns and I turned them all in. I did the right thing.
Like nobody should be allowed to have guns, and then just watch him like just
melt down.
Even though like we own guns, like just like here you go. I want to know if he's really like that in person.
Oh, or if he's just like an actor.
Yeah. Like even like podcasters, comedians, like they all use stage names and there's like personas.
Yeah,
and all sort of stuff, and they indulge to make things a little more humorous or interesting. But like, I really want to know if he's like that in person.
I hope he is. I would like to think that he is.
I feel like he is.
Like he's at the grocery store and just starts flipping his shit because some old woman took the last thing of bananas. He's like, 1776, the South will rise again, you goddamn bitch.
God damn it, I've had it with this shit. Yeah. I gotta work on his voice.
He just starts squeezing, he starts punching her bananas and shit. He's like, if I can't have them, nobody can.
Did you see when, I think it was when the BLM riots or protests, depends on who you ask, like started.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But when he took like his armored like vehicle out, like, it was like driving through the streets, and he was like chanting through like, he had like a PA system in it, right?
Yeah.
And he was just like talking about like, we're with you and stuff, and they just started attacking his car, like trying to flip it over and shit. He was like, I'm one of you, and then they were just like fucking his shit up, dude.
Like, what if he like pulled out an M60 and was like, like, I said I was with you.
Oh man, yeah, his coverage of 9/11 went deep, dude. But what I really do like about Alex Jones, man, and I don't know if you know this, but he was the one who exposed the Bohemian Grove.
Oh, really?
You heard about that shit?
No.
Yeah, we need to get up all this stuff. We need to save this shit for the next episode. But yeah, so the Bohemian Grove is a private club in California, and it's been around for like 100 years, man. Like Mark Twain was in it. Let me put it in perspective.
That son of a bitch.
Yeah, and it's just a place like only men can go, and it has to be like affluent men. It cannot be a sitting president. It can be a future or former president, but it cannot.
You just can't currently be in office.
Yeah, but you can be like a senator and stuff and go. You just can't be a president. I don't know why that's a fucking thing. Don't ask me. Whatever. But dude, it's like the most like cultish, satanic, freakiest shit you've ever seen in your life, man. And there was like all these speculations of if it was real or not. And
didn't like George Bush hint to it being real before?
Yeah, like so all these guys were and shit. Like their fathers were doing it and stuff. And I mean, you gotta pay. I mean, it's expensive. I think like membership is like, I think it said like $25,000 a year or something. And like the only way you can get in like to their meetings is if obviously you have to be a member or you have to be invited by a member. Kind
of like the Masons.
Yeah, similar. But these guys, they got some creepy shit. And Alex Jones snuck into the camp and caught it on camera. And now it's a grainy film footage because I think it's from like the late 90s, early 2000s.
He was using a Razor flip phone.
Yeah, I remember those. Yeah. Dude, I actually like those.
They were cool, yeah.
Sturdy as fuck too, man. But he gets in there and he's filming, and dude, it's all these like just most powerful people in the world, like CEOs of like Fortune 500 companies, like politicians, you name it, dude. And they're wearing like cloaks and they're doing like these fucking ritualistic chants and stuff. And they're surrounding, it's called Moloch. It's an owl god. And then they literally like have torches and they sacrifice an effigy that like represents like a child's body, and they burn it in front of this owl god or whatever. And no one ever talks about it. But there is a funny person who did go, well, not funny person, but his response was fucking hilarious. Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon went, and you have to look this up, man. But his quote on that is hilarious, dude. Like, I think he actually said that was the most goddamn faggiest thing I'd ever seen in my life. Because Alex Jones says that they make him like do like gay shit and stuff. Like it's like blackmail and stuff. Yeah.
So they're fucking fisting each other's assholes and stuff.
Yeah, like apparently 1 year Mark Twain like pulled down his pants and like fingered his asshole on stage.
Dude, they're definitely diddling kids in there.
I don't know, man. I just think it's a bunch of like just really super rich, kind of like we were talking about the other day. I mean, like people who are like mega rich and like powerful
are
like,
fucking weirdos.
Fucking weird, man. Like you just like,
dude, they're just into depraved shit because they're rich and they've seen it all because they can do it all. So they just sit there and think of like, what's the most disgusting shit we can do that's crazy and no one else can do. So they fucking, they have like a brick wall and they'll get newborn babies and get them by the back legs and hurl them into the wall as hard as possible.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
He's in it too.
Oh, man. But you know what? If I got invited, I'd go.
Oh, yeah.
I bet I got to see what the fuck this is all about.
Be like, I ain't doing any gay shit, but I'll toss a baby.
I'm not down with that gay shit, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll catch that shit on fire. Like, let's do this.
You're like, what's this fucking Al doing around here?
That could be a funny movie if someone snuck in there and like actually like participated in everything. But apparently Alex Jones was just like walking around and everybody was like, they like recognized him and shit.
They just thought he was actually supposed to be there.
Yeah. Oh man. Shit. Speaking of like CEOs and stuff like that, man, I know we were talking about the Bud Light CEO and everything, but Bud Light, man, they're still Anheuser-Busch in general, but they're still under some shit right now, man.
From other shit besides the gay can?
Nah, it's still just it's the Dylan Mulvaney shit, dude. So I was reading they have lost so much money that they just announced that they're laying off 350 corporate employees.
Oh shit! So they're downsizing.
Yeah, dude. How fucking livid would you be?
One can to rule them all. Like one can bind them or whatever. Not in this case. Yeah.
So,
yeah,
dude. I guess they're cutting back, dude. And but I was thinking like how pissed like I would be if some like rogue ass executive was just allegedly some rogue ass executive was like, oh, we're gonna go do this. I'm not gonna get any approval, and no one above me is gonna know about it. Don't know how. Then they do that, and then like fast forward a couple months later, and you just lost your fucking like career.
Yeah.
Over it. Like fuck that, dude.
You were like 2 weeks off from retirement.
You get no pension. You don't get shit. They send you a bunch of Bud Light.
They send you a bunch of the cans with the dude on it.
Yeah. Dude, I bet those. I wish I had more of them, man. But I bet if you get your hands on if you could get your hands.
Oh, to sell it?
Yeah, I bet it's worth a lot of money right now.
Probably so.
What do you think? At least a couple hundred. Right?
Dude, you could sell it to a right-wing extremist just to have them smash it live. They would pay big money for that because they would get popular as shit by doing it.
Fuck, we need to get out of the podcast.
Even, dude, if we had that can here and we smashed it, we'd get some deals.
We need to get out of the podcast business and start.
We need to go start trying to hunt down that fucking can.
I wish they made more, dude. But I mean, like we talked about, like they made it for like multiple people. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, Post Malone was like a big one. Have you seen Post Malone lately?
I mean, I don't listen to his shit, but
yeah, I'm not a big fan either. Although he has a couple of catchy songs, but I'm not a huge fan of him. But dude, that guy is not looking good, man.
I think he's lost a bunch of weight.
Oh, has he? Maybe my
Yeah.
videos were a little old, but like for a while, like the ones I saw, he was like super like bloated and fat, and like you could tell he was like fucked up on a bunch of
yeah,
shit.
he's better now supposedly.
Oh, really?
That's good. I keep tabs on the dude because he's big into like trading card shit.
Oh, really?
So yeah, he drops like a ton of money on fucking Magic the Gathering and Pokemon and all that kind of shit. So he's a fan of that stuff. So
that's cool, man. I guess you never really know somebody, right?
Yeah.
But I remember like I saw some video. I have a weak stomach, man. This shit's gonna make me gag. Yeah, if anybody listening gets sick of the sound of someone gagging, I would highly recommend that you fast forward the next.
This is Justin Allen. Welcome to Jackass.
Remember when you're a kid, you hear that shit, you knew shit was about to go down.
Oh
dude.
yeah, I'd run to the TV. Like something cool's gonna be on that bitch.
But I saw a video. Oh, God, I don't know if I can tell this, man. I got to next time. Have you heard of the concept shoeing?
No. Shoeing?
Yeah.
Oh, where you drink out of the shoe?
Yeah. So I guess I saw a video, but he took a shoe.
He was heavy on the shoe.
Dude, I can't do it.
Don't puke on me.
He took a shoe from a. Dude, this is genuine gagging. He took a shoe from a random. Just don't talk about the human centipede on top of this. I'll definitely throw up. He took a shoe from a random audience member, like a dude, and poured a Bud Light into it, and then like drank that shit on stage. That is disgusting.
Be like, you feel like a man now?
But Bud Light sponsored him, and then gave him a fucking personalized can after that.
So
he was committed to the cause.
I'm gonna go ahead and say you wouldn't drink out of another person's shoe for a Bud Light can.
No. Well, I don't know, man. I mean,
it's a can.
It's probably a lot of money that comes to that too. You know what I mean?
Better be.
Yeah. I'd do it like out of a clean shoe or something. You know what I mean? Like a brand new one.
I'm talking about a goddamn 360-pound dude that he's been standing in line for 6 hours for your show. He's just been pounding beers, broccoli, and fucking garlic cloves because that's just what he likes.
And that's his old pair of shoes because he didn't want to scuff up his good ones.
Yeah. These are his fucking, he had these since 11th grade. They've had piss and shit on them. Puked. He worked at a pig farm.
There's no way. I couldn't do it. But like, you know that comedian Bert Kreischer?
Yeah.
He started doing that. I guess like him and Post Malone were like pretty cool or whatever. So he started doing it or whatever. Or someone's like, or like people in the crowds like been trying to get him to do it or whatever. And so he did it, and then he got like some severe like throat infection off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I was down to do it until I heard that. I'm not taking that chance.
You don't think about that shit until
no.
You're like, oh, hold on, you get like a serious like infection.
That's like you never think it's bad to go swimming in the Amazon until a little fucking bacteria swims up your piss hole. They'll fucking get you.
Hey man,
don't swim in nasty water.
When I was down there, they did tell us that
you can't do that shit
anymore.
If
you swim in the Amazon, like in the river, they were like, you need to have meshed swim shorts.
Yeah, because those fucking things will swim up your goddamn urethra.
Is a fish, I think it's attracted to the ammonia or whatever, and it will swim up your dick, and then it has barbs it shoots out at 45-degree angles, and you can't pull it out. The only way they can get to it is that they have to like literally cut open your bladder and go in and pull it out. Like head first and shit. Yeah.
And the whole time it's in there, it's fucking growing, getting bigger.
Dude, you want to talk about an excruciating pain? Like put a bullet in my.
Yeah, you'd have to like. I'd be like, put me down, motherfucker. I can't do this.
I can't live like this shit, dude. There was all kinds of weird shit down there, man. That would just like fucking
fuck you up,
kill you, man. Like that whole place is designed to kill you.
I think the rainforest and fucking Australia are probably like the most dangerous places.
Yeah. You ever been to Australia?
No.
Yeah, neither have
I want to go.
I really do too.
I don't want to take that goddamn 23-hour flight or whatever it is.
From like LAX.
Yeah. Like, my dad did that shit.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Left for Christmas.
Did he just go by himself or some shit?
Nah, he met some woman down there, but
that'll do it.
Yeah.
I will never get on this fucking plane. Oh, whoa.
He's like, whoa, we're gonna fuck later?
Yeah.
Sign me up.
It's guaranteed, right?
yeah.
Yeah, man. There's just tons of shit that could kill you down there, man. Like, God. Like, I think Australia is probably worse than like the rainforest though. But like, I don't know, the rainforest has like jaguars and shit like that.
Yeah. The rainforest has poisonous shit too, but Australia has like some of the most deadliest fucking like poison wise. Yeah. They got those fucking the snakes. They have big ass fucking spiders and shit.
I had a monkey steal my shit once when I was down there. Dude, yeah. So
like one of them little monkeys?
It was I think it's a spider monkey, like all black.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I didn't know they could use those types of monkeys could use their tail like a hand or a foot.
Oh, like so they have like 5 usable appendages?
Basically, yeah.
Oh shit.
And so like because like our last day there, we stayed at like a resort to like recruit or whatever. Because like I mean I was like hiking in the jungle. Like I mean we flew into Manaus, Brazil. We took a 24-hour boat ride like down the Amazon, like super remote. Into the shit. Yeah, because we were doing like humanitarian work and stuff. And
do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior?
That's exactly what it was like. I mean, I removed lead paint from like these houses, like shacks or whatever. But, I didn't preach about the Lord or anything. You know? I didn't feel like they were ready to hear that. They're just ready.
You're like, are you gonna build me a motherfucking house or not? Like, I can't even read this goddamn book you gave me. It's in the wrong language. So
you guys got a dentist?
Yeah. I got this fucking tooth that's been giving me shit.
We stayed at this resort like the last day or whatever, and to kind of like recoup or whatever. And they had a swimming pool, and I remember like swimming, and I just had board shorts on, flip flops, and a t-shirt. So I'd take off t-shirt, ditch flip flops, jump in, right, having a good time. And this fucking monkey crawls out of this tree, and I'm like, oh, what a cool monkey! Like, no, they're assholes. They're totally assholes. So this thing like starts like scoping out, like almost like a predator, like looking for shit. Like I don't know if he thought I had food or something or whatever, but he starts coming up to my clothes, and I'm like, oh. So I start trying to get out of the water, out of the pool, and he sees me making a beeline for him.
He snatches.
So he fucking snatches the shirt with his tail, and then he just takes off fucking running. And I'm like literally running like through this like resort, like chasing this fucking spider monkey or whatever the hell it is. And he's like up in a tree, like gets up there with my shirt. And he's like shaking my shirt, and he's like taunting me with it,
like flipping you off and shit. Like, fuck you.
You flip me out. You might as well. I mean, like there's more one way to read body language. Dude. Yeah, man. Brazil's a cool little place, man. But I mean, it is got some slums, dude. Like in the city and stuff. I mean, it's pretty rough in some areas. Although I hear Rio de Janeiro has like super nice places or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like now. I don't know if there's like crazy crime and stuff.
I would think so. I don't know, but
yeah, I mean, it was kind of sketchy when we went there too.
I mean, it's the same for, like, I was gonna say most big cities in other countries, but it's most big cities everywhere. Like, there's crime. Yeah. Like, it's no like fucking when I went to Greece, like Athens, they were like, watch your fucking pockets. Like, okay, I got to do the same shit in Houston. It's the same. Like,
sure.
Actually, Houston is way more fucking dangerous than goddamn Athens. So,
yeah, I can see that for sure, man. You said the food in Greece was like fucking amazing, right?
Oh yeah, Greece food's fucking good.
Was it just all super healthy?
Yeah, for the like majority of it. I mean, there'd be like occasional sauces on shit that wasn't good, of course, but like it was like fucking lots of lamb, a lot of beef. Yeah, it's
good. You can't find it around here though.
No,
I've gone to every butcher shop, looked for it. Like, there's no restaurants that serve it, and it like does not freaking exist around here, man.
We live by the cow.
We live by the cow. We die by the cow. That heart disease coming up, bite you in the ass. Yeah. Oh man, dude. So I thought about kind of pivot to another story, man. I thought about it's a funny story. One time I killed my brother. One time I killed my brother.
Jesus, did you have another one? You have a replacement in the tank?
I almost killed my brother when I was a kid. Yeah. So I remember my parents, they had got us a go-kart for one Christmas, right?
Awesome gift.
Yeah. And I mean, it was fun. Like, we got it. I was like, oh, hell yeah, dude. Like, but anyway, I think like the second Jurassic Park had just come out, like the original one. So I'm like driving out in these fields and shit, like thinking I'm like in Jurassic Park,
hunting fucking dinosaurs.
Because it had like headlights and shit on top and stuff. I could turn them on, like. But anyway, so I started getting like mechanically like curious, like at a young age, right? Like I was just like always tinkering with shit or whatever. And so I found the governor on this engine, and then I realized that I could like tighten it, like adjust it, to essentially where it would go faster. Well, I was a kid, I didn't know what I was doing, so I like tightened this down as like far as it could go.
Just pulled the bitch out.
yeah. And so like when it was sold to, like, my mom was like really big on like making sure it was safe or whatever. Yeah. And when it was sold to her, I think they assured her that it would not go over like 15 miles an hour.
She was like, I don't want my babies to be in any danger.
Oh yeah. So my brother, who at the time, I mean, he was maybe 10 years old, maybe. He gets in the driver's seat. I'm like, all right, man, I'm going to start it up. Like, basically, he was a fucking test pilot for this shit. Like, I wouldn't get in that shit. And so he's like, hell yeah, he's ready or whatever. And I crank this thing, I pull it or whatever, because it's basically just a lawnmower engine, right? Yeah. And I pull it, and then literally the front wheels come up off the ground because there's so much. It was like Fast and the Furious, like the original one. And I was like, damn. And then my brother, because he was like a little shit, like literally flips me off as he's like driving away or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool, like, you know. And then I'm kind of like hanging around the house. And he's just driving around. He's hauling ass. I mean, this thing is probably going. I'm not even fucking with it. It's like double, possibly even more, like what it was like guaranteed to go. I mean, it was probably getting up to like 40 miles an hour.
And going that fast, that low to the ground, like that shit feels fast.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
you felt like a fucking Formula One racer, dude. And so anyway, like I think I went to the house and I got something to drink or whatnot. And then like my mom had a friend over and they were sitting on like the back patio. And my brother is just freaking the fuck out because he can't turn it off. Like, it won't shut off, all right? There's a kill switch on the engine, but he's just young. He's scared. He didn't know what the hell to do. And so he's just driving in circles around the house. And he's just, like, screaming. And my mom's friend was like, hey, like, isn't that going, like, a little fast or whatever? And my mom's like, oh, shit. And then I came out, I saw it or whatever. And by the time I see my brother, he comes around the corner of the house. He has no hands on the steering wheel. Both his feet are in the air. And the look of fear on his face was cartoonish. Like, he is like crying, screaming. He's like, help me, help me. Like, he can't turn it off or whatever. And so anyway, they're just like, oh, they're like trying, like, my mom and her friend, I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Like, they were like trying to like jump in front of the go-kart. Like, I don't know, trying to like stop.
They're like, he obviously doesn't know how to stop. You're going to get smashed. Like,
and so our brother's driving around, and like the only thing he can do to like stop is he wrecks. There was like this old house, like abandoned house, like near our property. He just wrecks into the side of this fucking house, dude. And like the go-kart like tips over. He crawls. It's like, it's a crash scene. Like the engine's burning up in it. Like there's like white smoke and oil burning.
So it's flipped over and still running at full speed.
My brother's crawling out, and he's just like crying his ass off, dude. And so like I run over, like my mom, her friend, I run over there like and shit, and then she like just starts babying him like 100%, and she's like scared, like visibly scared.
Yeah.
So she's like screaming at me, and she's like, "Don't you come near him!" Like all this other shit. I mean, I figured out who the favorite was real quick there, but yeah, it's a funny story. I almost killed that dude.
Should have walked over to him and be like, "You know, flip me off again, you little bitch."
I asked him later because I walked over and I hit the kill switch. Like I was just like calm, I was like, whatever, like
problem solved.
I didn't think it was a big deal. There wasn't like a lot of damage to the house or anything, and I mean, no one lived there. Like it was an abandoned property.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, dude, it's still pretty funny, man. It's still pretty funny. He's always been a little shit though, you know. Shit, dude.
Now it's time for a quick message from our sponsors.
Are you searching for natural, plant-based solutions to enhance your well-being? Well, look no further than Premium Kratom Powder from M&W Labs. Introducing our Premium Kratom products crafted with care and expertise.
Life can be demanding, and we understand the need for reliable support to face the challenges ahead. M&W Labs Kratom offers you the perfect blend of tradition and modern science, bringing you the power of Kratom in every leaf.
Unlock the potential of Kratom with M&W Labs' diverse range of strains. Whether you're seeking a natural energy boost, calm and relaxation, or relief from everyday discomfort, we have the perfect solution for you.
Are you ready to experience the power of nature's gift? Visit our website at mnwlabs.com to place your order today. Our friendly and knowledgeable customer service team is standing by to assist you. Now let's get back to the show.
Yeah, I was just like thinking of like funny stories like coming over here. Shit, like another one. Did I ever tell you about the guy who worked for me when I was in the military? Airman Ibaad.
Oh, I don't remember this one.
So his name is basically spelled Ibaad, but with 2 A's. So he was like getting in
Ibaad.
Yeah, he was getting in a lot of trouble. So like I'd walk by because I was a staff sergeant at the time, right? He was like brand new. So he worked for me for a while until he got kicked out. And so
spoiler alert.
Yeah. This is a long story. Like this might actually take up the rest of our time on this episode, but it's well worth it. So, but I used to walk by and I'd be like, "Who bad?" And he'd just like hold his head down and be like, "I bad." It's like I just do it all the time. Like every time he got in trouble or whatever. But he liked me because I was cool with him. You know, I mean, I didn't treat him like shit or anything. You know, because you know the guys in the military start shitting on you when you get in trouble and stuff.
Yeah, and everyone fucking hates you.
But this guy, man, he was a jack dude, man. And not that this part really has anything to do with the story, but it's just to paint a visual picture. So he was second generation American. His parents were Pakistani and they immigrated here, right? They opened businesses. They were very successful. He had an older brother that was an architect. He had a sister. She was older too. A sister that was a doctor, to put this in perspective. So he joins the military, decides he's going to be special forces, right? And then he joins, he ends up landing in TACP or whatever, Tactical Air Control Party, basically guys who call in like airstrikes and stuff like that, right? And washes out. Now this dude, he's a yoked fucking, I mean, he literally has like the body of like a Greek god. Like, I mean, it's like 8-pack abs.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like, yeah. And I've never actually seen something like that in person before. But he just didn't have the attitude. Like he always just
He was like arrogant or like
very, very arrogant. Like just thought that he was the best in the world. Like I'm like, no, dude, no. You have to be humble to some degree to do things like that. So anyway, he washes out, man. He gets thrown like in our career field, and then he ends up in Shreveport where I'm like working or whatever at the time, and like instantly the trouble starts, right? And where do I even start, man? So he had like a lot of financial issues because he would just like party all the time, and he would just like blow money.
So he was an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was
typical kid.
Yeah, he was a walking moron. Yeah, I think he was like 22 years old.
Okay.
So to kind of put that in perspective. But anyway, he is like broke as shit, but he did the typical young guy thing when he got in the military and he got like a fucking brand new car.
New car, super high interest rate.
Super high interest rate, yeah. So he bought like a red Camaro, okay? And he got a huge mustache decal on the front. And the reason why I tell you this is because this plays a significant role in this story later on because it is a very unique vehicle and there is no denying.
A mustache?
Mustache, yeah.
Was he gay?
No, he wasn't.
Like giving out mustache rides? Like why would a dude put a mustache on their vehicle?
I just think he thought it was funny, man. You know, that he was just that kind of guy, man, that would just like do like crazy shit like to stand out, you know.
Did he wear a fedora?
No, but he wore a lot of like tight V-necks and like skinny jeans that were cut up and stuff like that.
Okay, so he was one trip to Old Navy short of
a lot of fake gold jewelry and hair gel.
Okay.
Yeah, you ever seen the Jersey Shore?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
He was like Guido.
Basically, yeah. So anyway, well, all right. So remember that Camaro, right? And so anyway, at this time, like I'm not making a lot of money in the military, so I get a part-time job. I'm working at a nightclub, right? I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm checking IDs, walking floor, whatever. Pretty basic shit, right? But I become friends with like a lot of locals in the community by working there, or whatever, right? Staff, regulars, all this other shit, right? Now, put it in perspective, I work at like at the time, the largest nightclub in that region. So anyway, you know, and of course, like there was a bunch of girls that worked there, right? And typically like pretty good looking girls, right?
That's how they got the job.
Yeah. So a lot of guys that I worked with, because I worked in a shop that had like 70 people in it. A lot of young dudes, a lot of good looking young guys, right? So they knew that I worked there and they would come in and they would be like, hey, like what's going on? And then occasionally they'd be like, hey, can you like introduce me to her or whatever?
Yeah.
And I would do that. It'd be nice to be like, hey, like my friend like thinks you're cute or whatever. Or like I would give my friends head up like, hey man, like she kind of likes you, man. Like you should probably pursue that. So one guy ended up hooking up with a shot girl and all the guys just thought she was like the most beautiful girl in the world, right? And they were like, oh my God, like this is so crazy, right? So Airman Ibaad was always like, can you do this for me? Like, can you help me out?
Hook me up, man.
I'm like, nah. Just because of the type of person he was, you know, and that was
like if you would have introduced him to one of your friends that were a female, they would have fucking hated you for it. Like that.
Yeah, they would have associated me as being like super creepy or you know, like what's up with this guy or whatever. So anyway, like Airman Ibaad, like he keeps coming in there and stuff, and he keeps doing this. I don't want to use his first name. I can't use his first name. But and he keeps coming in like all the time or whatever. Well, one day he comes in, I see him have a few drinks, like literally 2 drinks, and he's there for like a couple hours, and then he leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the bars in Shreveport close at like 6 in the fucking morning, right? He's coming through the gate like 6 a.m. on a Sunday, right? The cops know.
The start of a fucking stupid ass decision.
So they instantly are like, hey, we're going to give you a breathalyzer. And he flipped shit. He was like, I'm not doing it. And they were like, sir, like, you have to. And he was like, and he literally accused them. I saw the transcript. He accused them, like, this is completely unprovoked. But he accused them of, like, basically having been, like, Islamic phobia or whatever.
Yeah.
He was like, is it because I'm a Muslim? And, like, dude, like, the cop's, like, response was, like, perfect. He was like, sir, I would not have known your religion unless you would divulge that information. I was like, oh, fuck. Well, I didn't know this, but they took him because he wouldn't give a breathalyzer. Took him to the hospital, drew his blood or whatever. But it was going to take 6 weeks to get those results back.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And so until then, you had to treat him like he's innocent and stuff, right? Yeah. So like no one could punish him, but he was walking around with this shit-eating grin all the time. And I even tried to give him a heads up. I was like, hey man, like act cool.
Like you do know these results are gonna come back, right?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah, like you didn't get off. Like,
yeah.
This isn't some OJ shit. The glove don't fit.
This is a goddamn delayed response time. Like you're gonna get fucked.
And so anyway, he's walking around and he's like whatever, like shit-eating grin or whatnot. But what I didn't realize, so regardless of his criminal conviction, they said there was like a regulation that if you denied a breathalyzer for any reason whatsoever on that base, you immediately had your license suspended for 1 year.
Oh, fuck.
So he couldn't drive for a year, right? Anyway, so he's still waiting on the results. He can't fucking drive. People haven't given, rides to and from work or whatever. And anyway, his results, whatever reason, they just disappeared.
What?
Like the hospital, like dropped the ball.
Like they lost that shit?
They lost his shit, dude. So he got out of like a fucking DUI basically.
God damn.
Because like some like 20-year-old punk at the hospital on base like couldn't fucking process shit correctly or whatever. And I told him about it. I was like, dude, like you are one very, very lucky man.
Yeah.
And I was like, just be cool. And I told him, I was like, put him for another base, man. Try to get out of here. Like, you know what I mean? Start over. Start fresh. No, sir. Airman Ibaad could not take a piece of advice that was beneath him, right?
He just loved the area.
Just loved the area. So anyway, he decides he's going to just start driving. Fuck it, right? And dude, we would come into work in the mornings and there'd be like because we worked like a restricted area. So like even though my shop only had like 70-ish people or whatever in it, like the entire area had like 400 or some shit, right? And so we'd all have to use this massive parking lot. So this dude would like literally park like where the commander and all the higher ups and shit, he would park his fucking car right next to it.
The red mustache.
The red Camaro with a black mustache decal across the entire front fender, dude. I mean, it stretched from tip to tip. And then he would just be at work and they would like call him up, like, did you drive? And he'd be like, no. And they'd be like, well, how the fuck did your car get here? So anyway, he gets caught driving multiple times. Like this shit keeps going on. And I didn't know this. I do now. There was a regulation that said, after the first year of like having your shit suspended, right, for refusing a breathalyzer, you then, if you get caught driving, it's another year tacked on. Dude, he got caught 4 more times.
So is it a singular year or does it double?
No, he couldn't drive on that base for 5 years. Dude, he only had like 3.5 years left in the military. So I was like, dude, like, I remember like talking to these guys. I was like, is there something else we can do? Like this doesn't make.
Be like, get this motherfucker a bicycle. Like, what the fuck?
So anyway, he's still coming up to the club and shit like that, right? And there's 2 more big parts to the story. But anyway, he comes up there one day and he's talking to me or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. And it's like a Saturday night or some shit. He's not driving. I don't ask. Because he was technically allowed to drive off base.
Yeah. He just couldn't drive on base.
Yeah, so I didn't really, don't ask questions you don't want to know the answers to, right? And but he was fine. I mean, he seemed normal and all this other stuff. Well, a coworker of mine, this guy was like really cool, became really good friends with him, man. Phenomenal photographer, artist. Shout out to D. If you're listening, you know what I'm talking about. But his name was D, right? And D did not look the part, but he was just as gay as they come. He didn't talk, like he didn't have any kind of like flamboyancy about him. So hanging out with a guy, you would never know he was gay. Yeah. And and he was just kind of paint like a visual image. He was like a shorter black guy, like kind of
regular looking dude.
Yeah, kind of dressed like a G unit, or whatever, right? But just totally into dudes, man, like 100%, right? So it was kind of shocking because you always expect like an iconic image with like a certain lifestyle or whatever.
Yeah. Turns out he was fucking slamming assholes.
Yeah. And so anyway, Airman Ibaad is like talking to me or whatever, and then from across the dance floor, I make eye contact with D. Now to paint a picture of Ibaad, it's tight jeans, collar cut up, super tight V-neck shirt. A lot of hair gel, a lot of jewelry. Probably got some makeup on.
He wants to accent his eyes a little bit.
Yeah. And, so I look up, I see D, and It's like a shark smell blood in the water, dude.
He is straight eye fucking this guy.
Oh, dude. Because, like, Ibaad was throwing off all the flares, all the signals, even though he wasn't gay, but he was throwing off those vibes or whatever. I mean, this is like deep south, too, man. Like, this is Louisiana.
Yeah, you don't see that shit.
And so he just, like, fucking making his way through the crowd. Like, and he comes up and he's like, hey, Justin. He's like, who's your friend? And I was like, oh, D, this is Ibaad. Ibaad, this is D. And he's like, oh yeah. And then I was like, hey, I didn't even think about it. And I was like, hey, okay, like I gotta go check some shit. And then like 10 minutes later, I see from across the room, like Ibaad's got his shirt up and he's like flexing and D's like rubbing his fucking abs and shit. Right. And I'm like, oh fuck. It clicks with me what the fuck is like.
Yeah.
And then I get the backstory later that comes in a minute. So Ibaad leaves and I don't see him for the rest of the night. I'm like, whatever, like cool. I don't see D because I only worked on the weekends. So we got a week, right? So Monday morning I come in and Ibaad is like super quiet. And I'm like, oh, what happened? Right? and he comes up to me and he's like, Sergeant Allen, he's like, I got a question I got to ask you, man, like in private. I was like, sure, like, man, what's going on? He was like, is D gay? And I was like, oh yeah, dude, he's gay as fuck. And then he just flips out. He was like, dude, what the fuck? What? He's like, why the fuck wouldn't you tell me? He was like, you hooked old boy up with like this, I think he called her a fine piece of ass. He's like, you hooked me up with a dude? I was like, well, first of all, I didn't do shit. Second of all, stop being an asshole about it. And then I was like, what fucking happened, dude? And so like, he just like wouldn't tell me. And I was like, all right, whatever. So like I get with D and D tells me.
Was he limping?
No, there was no like sexual assault or anything like that by any means, dude. So I finally get with D, like, and I'm like, yo, man, like, what the fuck went on? He was like, bro, that dude is gay. He just don't realize it yet. I was like, okay. So D tells me the story. So Airman Ibaad was like in a lot of shape, and at the time, like that bodybuilding magazine or whatever was having a competition to be a spokesperson for their company for a few months. All you had to do was make a video, submit it online. If they liked it, they'd pick you up and you tour around with them and doing press conferences, whatever, opening shit for them. I don't know, fucking know. So he needed to make this video. Well, I told you earlier, D was a phenomenal artist, right? Mm-hmm. So he was good at video, and he was good at like painting and sketching and all kinds of shit. So Ibaad was like, "Oh, I can have you come film this for me." So
D was like, hell yeah.
Yes. So the next morning, Ibaad signed D on the bass, got D on the bass, brought him back to his dorm room. Now, Ibaad's dorm room literally was a collage of just men on the walls. Like, it was all bodybuilders. It was like all these classic ones. Like, he would cut out images.
Okay, so it had like Arnold and Jay Cutler and all
yeah,
these. Okay.
But I mean, it was like every square inch was covered with dudes in Speedos.
So poor D walks in and he's like, oh yeah, this dude's gay as fuck.
Yeah, and there's a huge body size mirror and there's like 2 floodlights and there's just weights where like Ibaad would just like lift weights and watch himself in the mirror and shit.
Dude, there's gotta be oil around there.
There was.
Okay.
Yeah, there was all kinds of, oh yeah,
fucking oils himself.
We're getting there. Oh yeah, dude. So D was like, hey man, he was like, I was catching all these vibes or whatever. And then like Ibaad like gets down to like his like spandex and shit, and then literally starts like rubbing baby oil like all over himself. And then D's like, I guess like taking pictures of him from all different angles. So I guess D made a pass at him, and then like Ibaad was like, no, like this is you're reading this all wrong, and I don't know how are you reading that wrong? You know, that's a.
I mean, okay, if D would have been a straight dude, he would have taken one step in that room and turned around and walked out. So
I would have,
yeah, like,
you know, so. But so anyway, that was just like a funny like little tidbit of information or whatever. But so like Ibaad starts getting in trouble. Like now they start hitting him with like paperwork and he's losing rank, so his financial situation is getting worse and worse and worse, right? So he's got to get out of paying for this fucking car. Well, he was an idiot. He canceled his insurance like months prior because he couldn't afford it. So he's driving his car, and then he just literally just intentionally turns into a fire hydrant. Uninsured.
Okay.
Like completely like fucks up the front fender, like the radiator, all that shit, right? In an attempt to total the vehicle. But there's no insurance.
Without insurance.
So he's on the hook for paying that.
Yeah.
And the fucked up part is he didn't even total the vehicle. So anyway.
So it just racked up a bunch of damage. And so then he had to pay even more money for a car that he couldn't even drive anymore.
Yes.
Holy shit.
So his life's really going to shit at this fucking point, right? And like, I'm beyond.
He
Like,
needed to call D back.
Yeah.
That was the only positive thing in his life.
just be honest with yourself,
Yeah.
man. Don't knock it till you try it, brother. Like, whatever, you know. But so at this point, his life is like really going to shit, and I'm like beyond like caring at this point. Like,
He's done fucked up too many times.
Yeah, you know me. I'm like one of the nicest dudes you ever meet, man. Like,
way nicer than me.
Yeah, that's true. But like he's screwed up so many times, and he's caused so many issues for like the work environment and like even me personally and stuff.
Yeah,
like I'm just done at this freaking point, right? And so anyway, he like I said, man, like his financials were just getting worse and worse and worse. But so anyway, he starts like drinking heavily, right? Because, you know, alcohol is a solution and oftentimes the cause of most life's problems. So
don't want to talk about it, want to drink about it.
But so he comes out to my club. I see him. I had to actually give a statement of this. I see him have like 3 beers, but he leaves early. He leaves at like 10 or 11. So from like 10, 11 to like 6 a.m., I don't know what the hell he does or whatever, right? Like, obviously, because I'm working. Well, he doesn't have a car. He doesn't have any transportation. So he decides to start walking on Interstate 20 back to the base, which is honestly like a 10-mile drive. On an interstate, that speed limit is like 75 miles.
Yeah, I-20 ain't no joke.
Yeah. And he's walking in the middle of the road. Right?
That's like, I-20 is like a 4-lane, right? Or is it a 6?
It has parts where it goes to 4, and then it has like some parts that get in the city.
Like, I mean,
it drops to 2.
It's pretty big. Like,
yeah, it's yeah.
A lot of drugs get run through there.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. So anyway, he's walking in the middle of the street, right? Well, in no time, like the police show up, right? And like this state police, like a statey, like gets out, and he's like, "What are you doing, man? Like, get out of the road, dude, right? Like, you're gonna die. You're gonna hurt someone.
Yeah, like you're a fucking moron."
Yeah. And so he starts arguing with the police because that's always a great idea, right?
Worked out well for him last time.
And then he stands on the fact that it's his constitutional right to walk wherever he wants, and how this is America and he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
And but fuck public safety.
Yeah. And the cop was like, "No, dude, you can't do this. Like, there's still other law. Like,
yeah,
get out of God. Just get out of the road, man. You know." And then Ibaad just goes, "What the fuck are you gonna do about it?" and pushes the cop in the chest, which instantly becomes felony assault on a police officer. And at this point, like, other cruisers have already showed up.
Yeah.
And dude, like 6 cops, I mean, they go Rodney King on his ass, dude. Like, they beat the living shit out of this dude. Like,
fucking wailing on him.
Oh man, dude. They bounced his head off the fucking pavement, dude, in the middle of this fucking interstate, dude. And so anyway, he gets arrested, obviously. His picture, this story, is on the cover of our local newspaper there called Shreveport Times. And it's his mugshot. And it's literally like Barksdale Air Force Base, like airman, like it has like the whole title, like it's an embarrassment to like the entire like military, like Air Force there, like a whole community is like fuck. And so anyway, but his picture, dude, I mean, his entire side, I mean, it looked like it was so scraped and scratched up. Like, you literally look at, they grabbed his hair and they just shoved his head on the concrete and just scraped it back and forth. You know, like, dude. And I guess he was like physically trying to fight him too and stuff like that, right? So anyway, he's in jail. And at this point, like, all the leadership, like in the military, is like tired of his shit, right?
Yeah.
So there's a regulation.
Like, no one wants to be associated with that motherfucker anymore at that point.
So there's a regulation, at least at the time, that no matter the circumstances, if a service member spends at least 10 days confined, they are ineligible to re-enlist, no matter what. So,
like 10 consecutive days?
Yeah, 10 consecutive days. So they just leave his ass in jail for 14 days. Sure. Not a single fucking person came and visited him. Like, anyone he worked with, they were like, fucking let him rot, dude.
Like, I ain't fucking going down there. I don't want to get involved.
And so I'm like, dude, like, man, you looking at some serious. He finally gets out or whatever. Like, I think his parents like helped him out or whatever, get bailed out or whatnot. And I'm like, dude, you're looking at some serious charges or whatever. Well, someone his family knows or whatever, they contacted someone from the UCLA. Not the freaking UCLA, the American Civil Liberties Union, or God damn, what is it? ACLU, yeah, the American Civil Liberties Union. It's like all those like basically like a nonprofit
Like some
lawyers,
hate
all-
crime type shit.
Yeah, all
like
these lawyers work together to like really like serve justice
for minority type
Yeah.
shit.
Well, just any time someone gets fucked over like hardcore by the legal system, right?
Minority.
So they get in there and they review the tapes, and one of the cops turns out was like a fucking Iraq war veteran, like early Iraq, right? Army infantry, I think, or some shit like that. And
He took it a little too personal.
I don't know if he had a flashback. I don't know what, but he drops the word because you got to remember, Ibaad, Pakistani descent, right? Has the look, Middle Eastern. Drops the word sand input N-word as he's beating the shit out of him, all caught on camera. And
They like body cams?
I don't think at the time
Or like
they had
dash
body cam,
cams
but
or something?
Dash cams for sure. And dude, this guy, I mean, Ibaad got fucking lucky on this. So that lawyer takes that shit to the DA and was like, straight up, like, if you don't drop these charges, like, we're suing the fucking city.
Be like hate crime.
And it was like a sizable amount they were going to sue for, man. Like, I mean, I think it was like well over $1 million. And dude, instantly they dropped that fucking case.
Fuck.
Yeah, he walked away scot free or whatever. But yeah, they ended up like,
So once again, that is one lucky mother. He's dumb. He's as fucking dumb as he is lucky. Lucky as he is dumb.
I
Like
started calling him fucking Teflon because nothing would stick to his ass.
shit.
Like,
Yeah.
seriously, like some of the most impressive shit I've ever seen in my entire life.
If you're gonna be dumb, you got to be lucky, I guess. Like
Yeah.
fuck.
But they ended up like admin separating him, right? They were like, we gotta get this dude out, okay? And dude, he would just like show up to work sometimes, and he would just be like fucked up. Like he'd be like, at one point he was like foaming out the mouth.
What the
And
fuck?
his eyes were like dilated, like all shit. So I found out that 18 separate people, independent of each other, went and reported him to like our leadership for drug testing. They were like, this guy is visibly fucked up at work. Because we worked around a bunch of dangerous shit.
Yeah, like
we don't want this
you
fucking
don't want someone zonked out of their fucking mind
Yeah.
dealing with that kind of shit. Like
And they tested it. He passed. They started testing like all the time. He passed every single time. And they chalked it up to the fact that he was taking so many supplements, like workout, like pre-workout shit, that he was just jacked up on that shit like 24/7, dude.
Jesus.
Yeah. How bad is that gotta be for your fucking heart, though?
Yeah, and your goddamn liver and
Yeah.
kidneys. Yeah.
So yeah, man. So anyway, so they file the paperwork and they're like, okay, and they give them the traditional, like, you have like, I think it was like 180 days to out process to get your life together, transition back to this.
Get ready to get the fuck out of here.
And he just like started telling everyone that he was just like, instead of coming to work, he's like, oh, I'm just gonna start on all this. And he would just stay in his dorm room and he would just like sleep, I guess, and like lift weights and rub baby oil and stuff. I don't know, dude. And
Stare at the pictures on his wall.
yeah, so like months go by. Like we don't see, like, and I'm like talking to like my leader. I'm like, are we just not gonna let him show up? And they were like, at this point, we do not care. They were like, as long as he's out processing and he's on the bait, like we don't give a shit. We rather
Yeah, I'd be like, probably wouldn't have it. Yeah, like I wouldn't want to be around the motherfucker anyway.
Yeah, dude. And so anyway, they eventually people start calling. Because all the out process shit has timelines.
Yeah.
This 45 days out, this 60 days
Yeah,
out.
so they're like, hey, this motherfucker needs to show up and do this.
So he starts busting timelines and people start calling like our commander directly.
Yeah.
Right? And they just lose their fucking shit, dude. And so I didn't even know this whole new program existed. It's not new, it's been around for a while, but it's called the Rapid Separation Program. Dude, they gave me an out process. Oh my God. Like I went out and I had a couple beers after work because I was like stressed out. And I got a phone call at like 8 p.m. from like my boss's boss. And he was like, you report to Ibaad's dorm room at 0700 in the morning. You physically bring him and escort him to the commander's office. And I was like, what is going on? He was like, I can't tell you anymore. He was like, that's your duty location at 0700. Like, go get him. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I thought this dude like did some like crazy shit.
Like, bring him in.
Yeah, dude. And so anyway, like, we bring him in. They like officially serve him with his paperwork, and they were like, "You're out, like now."
They were like, out processed or not,
Yes,
you're fucking out of here.
So it was like literally one sheet of paper that had 14 signatures that had to get on it. And like when you normally out process, it's like 100 signatures.
Yeah, it's a fucking stack.
It's insane. It takes months to do. This took one day, one business day, dude. And like we finally got him out there, and then like I was like, what do we do? They were like, you literally drive him off the base and you take his ID and you leave his ass there. Like, we don't give a shit. Like, where he
Just
goes.
get his ass out of the gate and fuck him after that.
So like, I drove him off the base, and I asked him. I was trying to be nice. I was like, man, do you want to go to an airport? Do you want to go to a bus station? Do you want to go to a hotel? Do you have a friend's house?
You got any fucking friends, you dumbass? Like,
yeah. And so like he tells me, he's like, oh, take me to this restaurant my friend works at. I'm gonna stay with him or whatever.
At the restaurant.
Yeah. And so I drive to this fucking restaurant within my car, and it's an Indian restaurant. And he's like, go around back, and we go around back to the loading dock. And he's like, all right, we're gonna put all my shit here. So we literally just like dump his bags of shit like in this Indian restaurant. And his friend comes out, and I realize his friend's a fucking waiter. Like the owner doesn't know about this shit, doesn't know what the fuck is going on, none of this shit.
Dude, his friend probably didn't know about it. He probably texted him and was like, hey, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
And then he walks out, he's like, I live here now.
And so like I remember asking, because I was with like our first sergeant, like and shit, and I was like, man, is this illegal? And he was like, just do it. He was like, he wants to be here, he wants this shit done, like just dump his shit, like we're done with this shit, right? Because they didn't want me going alone with him too, like in case he like freaked the fuck out. And dude, I'm driving away and I look, and hidden behind the dumpster is that fucking Camaro. Anyway, that's the story of Airman Ibaad, man. I know it's a long one, but it's a hell of a fucking roller coaster, man. There's other little details.
I wonder what that son of a bitch is doing now.
I have no idea. But I started thinking, like, you know how like
unless he could very well be in prison.
I wouldn't be surprised. You know how like a lot of like immigrants in this country, like, well, really anywhere, but like immigrants in general, like they have like a lot of pride and like work ethic, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Do good, be the best you can be, right?
He was the opposite.
Yeah, dude. And then I just imagine like him going, but like this is so embarrassing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. His parents were like, you know, your sister is a fucking doctor.
Yeah, and your brother's an architect.
And that he joined whenever he was 22, so he obviously hadn't done a fucking thing up until that point. And you know, I bet his sister probably had a doctorate at fucking 24. So
yeah.
She like,
God, imagine that was your kid, dude. I just disowned his ass.
Beat him senseless.
Well, I don't know. The cops tried that. That shit didn't work.
It'd make me feel better. This isn't about you anymore.
But yeah, the cherry on top is like I had to go clean his dorm room because he just abandoned it. Like we took a crew of people and stuff, and so like for like an entire day, I'm ripping down like pictures of
naked dudes mopping up oil and jizz stains all over the place.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
Like, I need a fucking hazmat suit.
Yeah, dude.
It's all white and oily.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Dumpster Diaries. Hopefully this has been entertaining. As always, I've been your host, Justin Allen.
And I have been Moses Wartooth.
Thanks for tuning in. See you guys next time.